Today we're going to be looking at cases for the Apple iPhone 4. Now, when the phone was first released a few months ago, it was dogged by talk of signal problems and issues with the phone's design. As a result of that, Apple ended up giving out free cases to all buyers of the iPhone 4. That case program has now ended, so if you are buying an iPhone 4, you're on your own. To help you out though, if you are looking for a case for it, we've been examining a few of them. Paul, which ones have you been looking at?
Well, I've been taking a look at a pair of cases from a company called ProPorter. ProPorter make cases for a wide range of devices. This one is the kind of clamshell flip style case, and the phone sits really, really snugly in there. You really do have to give it a good wiggle to actually make it move around at all.
And it's got extra protection, hasn't it?
It does indeed, yeah. It looks like we've got a kind of fake leather, faux leather design there, which is not too bad. It's not to everyone's taste, but inside that there's this aluminium plate, and that applies on the front and the back of the phone. So I actually felt that this case gives you quite a lot of protection.
But there is a bit of a design flaw on that one.
There is indeed. Unfortunately, when you use the flip side of the phone, so when you pull that over, you're obviously obscuring the camera lens. So if you want to take a photograph, certainly with the rear-facing lens, you're going to have to just hold up that flap, which in the style stakes I don't think is going to win you any points. And
the other ProPorter case suffers from the same problem, doesn't it?
It does, yes. It has a case that flips over like that. There's a second problem, probably one that's more serious, which is that the mechanism that's designed for holding it is nowhere near as secure. You can see it waggling around in there. I feel also is that if you tip it up like that, the phone begins to slide out. I'm also not entirely enamoured of the mirror that's been built into the back of the front of the case here.
I don't know. I think the mirror could be quite nifty if you need to do your makeup on the move or anything like that.
Well, thank you very much.
And you've been looking at a third case, which is slightly similar in design.
Yeah, indeed. This one is from a company called Aegis. It's certainly the most slimline of the ones that I looked at. It has this magnetic locking effect there, but while that felt fairly secure, the way that you actually attach the phone, which is with this kind of tacky, sticky surface in here, didn't feel at all convincing to me. That comes away very, very easily. I'd be quite worried about pulling that out of my pocket and the phone falling out of it. There's a second issue with this one, which is that you'll see that there's a kind of porthole cut into the back of the case there. Now, that's not there for any functional reason. It's only there to show off the Apple logo.
So if you're particularly worried about making sure that people know you're using an Apple phone, then that's the case to go for.
It certainly would appeal to some people's vanity, I think.
And that's a shame, because that's quite a slimline case, and it fits snugly.
It does, yeah, but like I said, I did have the concern that this tacky surface in here wasn't really strong enough to give me the confidence to use it full time.
I've been looking at a couple of cases as well. This one here is the official Apple bumper. And this started off being quite sturdy, but as we continued to use it, the plastic started to give a bit more and more. And as you can see here, it bends quite a lot, which really isn't very satisfactory at all. Also, this is the white bumper. It comes in several different colours, but it really shows up the dirt quite a lot. And this, although it's billed as a white case, the surrounds of the case are actually a kind of murky grey. So really, we weren't very happy with this one at all. What was a bit better was this black case from a company called Spec, and this is called the Pixel Skin. It encompasses the bumper design around the sides of the phone, but it's also got a back cover. And the phone fits very snugly indeed into there. And in fact, this was my choice out of all the cases. This was my favourite. It's very snug, it's quite small, and it does the job very well. Now, you've been looking at a second plastic case, haven't you, Paul?
Indeed, yeah. I actually ordered this one using the app on the iPhone itself, so this was part of the case replacement surface. This one is from Belkin, and it's designed to fit just like that black one that you were looking at there, very, very snugly indeed. There's no chance of that falling out of there. And although it's a kind of clear plastic surface, I was slightly concerned that it would be quite slippery and that it would kind of fall out of your hand. I've not had a problem with it at all, and I have to say, in fact, that this is my favourite of the ones that I've been looking at and the one that I've been using on an everyday basis.
All right. And the iPhone 3G and 3GS might be old phones, but people are still making cases for those. So we've been looking at one of those as well.
Indeed, yeah. This again is by Aegis. It's quite a chunky feeling case. Certainly fits very nicely around the phone. There's certainly no indication that that's going to come out. There's also a particular selling point on this one. There's this little clip here on the back, which if you pull it out, transforms the case into a stand. Now that would be quite handy if you were using this case to display video on the phone. Aegis makes a wide range of styles and varieties. I'm not quite sure that this one is to my taste.
I don't know, I think it rather suits you.
Well, thank you very much. But yeah, it's from a functional point of view, it certainly makes the grade.
Thank you very much. So it seems that from our experience, the simple cases are very much the best ones. And there you have it, 6 cases for the iPhone 4 and 1 for the iPhone 3G and 3GS. Now, all of those cases, including the ones that we got from the Apple Case program, are available for sale from all the usual outlets. You can find details of all of them, including prices, below on this webpage.